Didn't she say something like that? I don't remember.
Well, she says she was only talking about those two. But what is your belief? Was it a general for the whole population of Muslims?
I think that she might have been referring to the terrorists. It's hard to understand, but given all of her support that's here today, it kind of disturbs me how fucked up our society has become.
Here's a question for you.
It doesn't give me any faith at all.
Did you see the CARE video that was put out and went viral to about 1 million people? And did you notice how doctored it was? Like, it showed clips in the daytime of the speakers. Sorry, I got you. Clips of the speakers. Clips of the CARE video was doctored in that it showed clips of the speakers in daytime, broad daylight, and juxtaposed next to the hecklers, a much different location at nighttime. Who every official person that's put on the protest, the rally, denounces they had nothing to do with those hecklers, and so the CARE video juxtaposed them. So people thought, almost most people I've interviewed here today think that they were part of the same group, but they weren't. And I'm wondering how, if that what I said is true. If it's true, would that change your view of how that thing's played out?
I think our media is to blame, really. I think our media caters to drama. I think it caters to all this other bullshit. It would rather produce a shitload of drama and division than it would the absolute truth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that, this rally definitely proves the ignorance is alive and well. I talked to this woman who just denied that she needed to know any more about anything. That is pretty fucking scary. That there are people out here who believe that ignorance is the solution. Remaining ignorant, not challenging your local media. It's obvious what they're doing. They're trying to gang us up against our Muslim brothers. And I say brothers because we are all brothers.
Absolutely.
They're the same goddamn religion minus a few things, or maybe plus a few things. You know what I mean? Islam is pretty much a cut copy of Christianity.
Okay, so there's a big debate here. How do you view Islam? If you read the Quran and the early Hadiths, you get a much different picture than what you do in the later 1,000 years. Tell me how you view Islam today, and describe it with some characterizations, or whatever you have to respond to it.
There's really no difference between the Islamofascists and the crazy-ass Christians that we have in this nation that form the KKK. There's absolutely no difference. They're all about hate. They're all about segregation. They're all about segregation by means of dividing a society and watching it just crumble and pick a side. And that is what's happening right now. We're picking a side. Most of us are white, so we're saying, hey, Christian, go Christianity. And there is no fight here. There's no need to... people are going to believe what they want to believe. So what's the point? What is the point of trying to create a holy war out of nothing? Do you really think that God, the same Abrahamic God that we worship, or all the Christians who are talking against Islam today worship, is any different from the one and only God that they call Allah? No. It's the same God, and it's these same stupid people, lowest 10% of the people who remain ignorant and don't care and just want to stay locked in their goddamn rooms and watch the idiot tube all day. If you watch Al Jazeera at least has somewhat of a neutral viewpoint. They're a lot more neutral than anybody in the United States is right now, especially Fox News. And I say that without a doubt in my mind, that Fox News is probably where all these people are getting all their facts, and they're taking all the negative and they're not taking any positive stuff. They're not taking any positive data and countering with, there's no love here. It's not love. This is hate and fear. This is what animals do.
So-
Why the fuck are we doing this?
First question: do you think that there definitely is a good version of Islam? Right?
There's no good version. There's no bad version. It just is what it is.
Okay, but there's a version of Islam that's not seeking to conduct jihad against America.
There is a bigger portion of Islam that does not seek jihad against America, yes. But the main thing that most people don't understand is that they're not pissed off at us because of our religion. They're pissed off at us because we're basically materialist bitches. We've been made slaves, wage slaves, by our own government, and to mask that, what do? We attack another freaking country. We attack another set of beliefs.
So what is your view about, you said attacking other countries? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. Okay?
So how did you interpret that in relation to...
I would say that it's just a big mask for what's really happening right now. What's really happening is we are materialistic in every single way. We've lost our spirituality. All we believe in is that this life is the only life that we're going to have. It's not right.
So it sounds like your view is that America, that Muslims in general maybe, or there's some version of Muslims that view America in a very derogatory light on basis of our secular hedonism.
It's not really our secular hedonism as much as it is our materialistic greed. Okay? Do you really? I mean, look at all the nations in the Middle East. Are they still happy? Are they still happy people? Minus the materialistic greed and all that other bullshit?
So your view is that basically Muslims think ill of the American culture, is that fair to say? So thinks ill about something about America.
Here's what they believe. Okay? They don't want materialism in the Middle East. They don't want that shit. They want spirituality. Who could blame them? You know? Materialism can only get you so far. I mean, what's the whole point of life for the normal American, right? The normal white American wants to gain as many toys as possible before he or she dies. End of story. That's how fucking simple it is. Now, we're masking that and going to war and making them the threat. When in fact, it's really the corporations we should fear.
You know what I do?
It's pretty fucking ridiculous what's happened. And the corporations own and control the media, so what are we going to do?
Interesting. Okay.
What are we going to do?
Thank you. That was a good sound to do a bigger topic, so thank you very much.